Hello, welcome back to my channel. So some crazy news came out today about Alana Thompson's boyfriend Dralin, and he was arrested back in 2019 for statutory R-word of his then 15-year-old girlfriend. So InTouch did confirm all these details today. This is his mugshot, and the incident happened less than 2 years before he started dating Alana. So in a police report obtained by The Sun, it says that Dralin, who was 18 at the time back in 2019, he was accused of climbing through a 15-year-old girl's window, and that girl was his girlfriend at the time, and having sex with her. And the girl's mother ended up finding out, and she reported the incident to police, though the teen told the officers that the intercourse was consensual when she spoke with them. And a warrant was issued for Dralin's arrest on May 29, 2019 in Wilkinson County, Georgia, and he was taken into custody that same day. He had a mugshot taken at that time that we see here. Then Dralin dug himself an even deeper hole because he was accused of making a false statement for claiming he didn't even go to that girl's house that night, but the girl's mother had supporting evidence to prove that he was lying. So that charge was later adjudicated in a June 2021 pretrial diversion agreement where Dralin agreed to consume no alcohol, see a specialist, do drug and alcohol screens, have no contact with the girl whatsoever. And he had to attend this moral class where they helped teach him how to make better decisions and have better moral reasoning. So InTouch confirmed all these details with court documents, and the case was then closed. And if you guys have been keeping up with my videos, yesterday I made a video talking about how Alana and Dralin are actually undergoing weight loss surgery together in September, and she'll be getting the surgery right after her 17th birthday, and Pumpkin's signing off to allow her to get the surgery. And they sat down with Entertainment Weekly and they posted a few videos interviewing Pumpkin and Alana today, and they did bring up the surgery. But I think this video was recorded before she made her announcement yesterday, and they just now posted it. Because she confirmed yesterday she's going full steam ahead with this surgery, and her and Dralin are getting it together. But in this interview, she said she was still on the fence, but was strongly considering it because her Aunt Dodo had this same exact procedure recently, and she's very happy with her results so far. And Alana said she's still thinking about it. This is something she actually wants to do, and she's afraid of the chances of her not waking up, because even though the chances are small, they're still there. So Alana was also asked why she's even considering this in the first place, and she said that she knows that she could easily diet and exercise, and she was asked if she's been trying to at least do those things. And Alana claims that she's tried, but she has zero motivation. She said she has no motivation to keep eating healthy, and she's going to eat what she thinks tastes good. And she knows the surgery is most likely the easiest way for her to lose it fast. And the interview had to get real with her for a moment, because it seems like Alana's a little naive about the whole surgery. And she had to remind Alana about what happened with her mom and Jessica. They both had the surgery, but they weren't willing to make the lifestyle changes afterwards, so they ended up putting the weight back on. And Alana said as she goes through with the surgery, she thinks then she will be able to change her lifestyle. And she's convinced of that because she said her manager, Gina, told her that she'll lose like 100 pounds instantly. And Alana says she has a goal to get down to 145 pounds. And she only weighs like 270, I believe. So once she loses 100 pounds, she'll almost be there. And she's convinced that she'll get the motivation once she loses the weight. But that's the thing. A lot of people who get gastric bypass have to lose a certain amount of weight before the surgery to prove they're willing to make those lifestyle changes. And even then, they make sure they maintain losing weight for at least a few months. And I think Alana really needs to try to prove to herself she can make some serious lifestyle changes prior to the surgery. Well, not serious, but at least try to do something different so she doesn't get the surgery for no reason and end up gaining everything back. Alana and Dralin are both getting this suture scope endoscopic sleeve, and most people can go back to their normal lives and work within a few days. And I guess they aren't making Alana prove any lifestyle changes prior to getting it like they do do with gastric bypass. Like, you usually have to hit a goal weight in order to get approved for that surgery. So Pumpkin said she's all for Alana getting the procedure done, but she said this is the first time she's bringing it up in front of Alana, but she wants Alana to start making lifestyle changes before the surgery as well. And just like the interviewer did, Pumpkin used her mom and Jessica as an example as well. And she said even though they didn't gain all the weight back, and even though all the weight didn't come back to their stomachs, they gained weight all over the rest of their bodies. And Pumpkin made the point that if Alana didn't want to go to the gym now, she definitely isn't going to want to come back from the surgery while she's healing and in pain and jump into going to the gym. And then she also said that's another thing she's scared about with the surgery is the pain that's going to come along with it too. And the article I read yesterday said she's going to be having the surgery in September with Dralin, but the interviewer actually asked Alana if she'll be in New York City in August getting the surgery, and she said most likely. And then Entertainment Tonight wanted to know what Pumpkin and Alana's reactions were to finding out that their mother got married. And not only did she get married, but she had a secret wedding and didn't invite anybody. And Pumpkin said she actually found out her mom was married because her and the family had went out of town, and she came back and checked the mailbox, and there was a piece of mail addressed to her mom, June, and it was from the courthouse. And Pumpkin and June at the time were both still dealing with the custody battle with the court, so she went ahead and opened the piece of mail, and it was a receipt for the marriage certificate for June and Justin getting married. And Pumpkin said that she tried to give her mom a chance to tell her and let him know that she was married, and she didn't say anything. And then a week later, they actually went to court again for this custody battle. And after court was done, Pumpkin told Alana, hey, I'm going to ask Mom about this marriage and see what she says. So when they're in the parking lot, Pumpkin brought it up to her like, hey, I know you're married. I got a piece of mail in the mailbox, and it's from the courthouse, and it's your receipt from your marriage certificate. And she said that her mom denied it over and over again, and it wasn't until closer to when Pumpkin actually gave birth to the twins, finally June ended up admitting to it. But how are you going to straight deny something when Pumpkin has the legit receipt from the courthouse of the marriage certificate? But I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised when I found out June got married that fast, because she didn't even marry Sugar Bear all those years they were together. And so Pumpkin and Alana said that they weren't upset that they weren't invited to the courthouse wedding. They were just shocked that she actually got married to Justin, especially on Justin and June's 6-month anniversary. So they weren't together for that long at all when they got married. And Pumpkin also said that June's now living back in Alabama, because we remember in this season, just a few episodes ago, she moved down the street from Pumpkin. And I kind of said that because Pumpkin's house is an Airbnb that the production rents out. That's not even where Pumpkin actually lives, where we've seen her this season. So I've been saying from the jump, I'm pretty sure what they got Mama June and had her move in for a couple episodes is just an Airbnb as well, because Justin has legal trouble in Alabama, and Pumpkin said she had to go back to Alabama because of that trouble that he's in. They had to deal with all that. Pumpkin said that June didn't live down the street from her for very long, and then just one night she just up and moved back to Alabama. And also, she was asked by the interviewer, well, how has child support been coming along? Because Mama June has been ordered to pay Pumpkin $800 a month in child support starting in May. And Pumpkin said that Mama June has an attitude about it every time she sends it, and she doesn't want to send it or pay the $800 a month in child support, but she does send the money every single month, and Pumpkin gets it. But I guess Mama June is not happy about that whatsoever, but she still sends it, so that's all that matters at the end of the day. And Pumpkin and Alana were also asked what they thought about Justin, and they both said they really don't know Justin at all to really speak on him like that. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about everything we talked about in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.